Hey everybody, welcome to Always Bored, Never Boring. Today is an exciting day because finally I have received the rest of my Walking Dead No Sanctuary order. So, originally I was only sent the 2 expansions, which doesn't really do a lot of good without the base game or anything else, but I've now received my base game with its really rather glorious artwork on the front. I do like this art style. Plus my stretch goals, plus my add-ons. So I'm going to do a very, very quick video. We're going to take a quick look and see what I make of the rest of it. If you've seen my previous videos, you know that I've already looked at the 2 expansions and given my comments on the quality of the miniatures, which is the thing that's being debated quite a lot at the moment. Well, actually, the quality in general is being debated quite a lot at the moment. Okay, so this is the base game. It's got all of the base game characters. You get 8 base game characters. It's all of the major characters. I don't really want to go through everything that's in the box because there's quite a lot of stuff, and I'm probably going to want to spend a little bit of time on those miniatures just to see what I think. But yeah, you've got these double-sided cards. They are, I'm not disappointed with the quality of these. They're very thin, but they seem sturdy enough. So, Andrea, Rick, obviously, Daryl, Glenn. Really like the artwork on these. Merle, Dale, and T-Dog, and of course Shane. There's the tracker board. Oh, and there's the Outlaw Rivals. He's sniffing his gun. Yeah, he doesn't look too creepy. Oh look, there's some strangers. That's an interesting piece of artwork. Okay, right. So character cards. I want to blitz through this because I'm going to take a look at everything in one video. I was going to break it up and look at the base game and then look at everything else in another video. But well, we'll see how we go. If I spend far too long talking about the base game, I'll split it up. Just because dealing with massive long YouTube videos is agony, isn't it? All the sheets, the scenario sheets, are obviously on thin paper. Not a deal breaker for me. It would have been nice to have had them on the same kind of paper as the hero boards. That would have been nice, because it's quite nice material on the hero boards. Rulebook. I hear the rulebook is not great in terms of presentation. I don't know. You can't really tell from glancing at a rulebook. So there's all the stuff in there. And some recycled artwork I noticed from the Survivor character cards. Right, punch boards. There is not much in the way of punch boards. There's surprisingly little, and this is usually a good sign for me. There's something I really don't like in games is when you spend more time bookkeeping than you do actually playing, and a limited number of tokens usually bodes well in that regard. It means you've got less tracking to do. I like to be able to push off all the paraphernalia from the table and sort of try and immerse myself in what I'm doing with a thematic game like this. So if you can do that with very few tokens, I'm usually a happy man. The tokens themselves, I mean, they're not very exciting, but they're tokens, aren't they? They're punchboard tokens. The quality seems fine. I'm happy with the thickness, same thickness as the expansions. And I do like the fact that on the back of the cards, on the back of the tokens, it tells you what each token is. That's That's nice because in game that's a good bit of easy recognition if you forget. Oh, I've punched a token. Oh, and they punch out. Okay, so they punch out nice and clean. So there we go. Punch boards is punch boards. Oh, and I've just seen that my plastic insert for the box is indeed smashed. This is something that a lot of people have commented on. They've said that their game insert is smashed up a bit from. There's a lot of weighty products in the box. There's a lot of cards, and yeah, they've just been sort of put in a plastic insert, and they have smashed it as the decks have wobbled around. Dice. Now, the white ones I like. The black ones I don't like. Don't put red icons on black dice. Don't do it. I'm looking through my viewfinder here, and I couldn't actually tell you what I've rolled there. Actually, if this, yeah, okay, no, I can just these are skull and crossbones, and this is some kind of lightning bolt, and this one is actually plain. So okay, I can, but that's not easy for me. Red on black. That's not good. Cool in my book. So I would have much rather seen something a little bit more easily identifiable. But whatever. These are the culprits. These are the ones that smashed the insert for my game. It's the character cards. There's that piece of Daryl artwork that's yeah, basically it appears to be there's one piece of artwork for each character. I don't mind that too much. Actually, imagine each piece of artwork is quite expensive in terms of having to get someone to create it and then having to get it signed off as you know, a likeness and all that sort of stuff. Various licensing issues, but yeah, so it looks like you get one piece of art for each character, and I don't want to show you those. There's a reference card and there's an event or something, but I don't want to spoil those. And then there's some baby cards, really baby cards. I'm not going to open them because I don't really know what they all do, and I don't know if I'm going to be revealing any cards that are spoiling secrets and objectives or giving stuff away that I probably shouldn't. So I'm not gonna do that. Before we look at the miniatures, just very quickly, the map tiles. Sorry, there's a bit of glare there. Same as the map tiles in the expansions. The thickness for me is fine. They've come out of the box flat. We'll see how they fare in the weather conditions here in sunny old England. The artwork is nice. I'm in two minds about the thick yellow line. I mean, it's a little bit intrusive on the design of the artwork, but at the same time you can't miss it, and sometimes you have to make a concession between aesthetics and style. This is something that got brought up recently in a discussion of the map tiles for the forthcoming Batman game from Monolith. There would be people saying that the artwork was quite dark and it might be difficult to actually figure out what you were doing. But apparently they're not going to be as dark as that in the front. Why am I talking about that game? I'm supposed to be talking about Walking Dead. Yeah, campsite. I mean, I actually like the artwork. There's a sort of pleasing, slightly old-fashioned RPG map tile feel to it. Have you ever seen some of those older dungeon pack things you could buy? Not that I ever did, because I don't play role-playing games, but it sort of reminds me of that a little bit. There we go. Miniatures, eh? 3 trays of miniatures and some super awesome glare. Top layer of the tray has plastic protective cover. What have we got? What have we got? Okay, I'm gonna pull them out one at a time, and we will see. Start with. Wow. Okay, let's start with Rick Grimes. Now, instantly, I can see that that is a better quality miniature than the ones in the expansions. In the expansions, characters like Beth had handguns, and there was no definition whatsoever on the handgun. And Herschel had a shotgun that looked like a twig. But here we have Rick, and there's no ugly join lines because it's single piece. Appears to be single piece, and there is definition on his gun that will come out with washes and things like that, and his face has got, I mean, it's not got massive detail, but I would say of all the miniatures that I've seen so far, he is certainly one of the most detailed, and got to be happy with that. I'm actually okay with that one. I wonder if different factories dealt with the base game in the expansions, or maybe they were just produced at different times. Here's Glenn. And again, let's see if I can get that camera to focus on the face. I mean, there is detail there. There's quite a lot of wrinkles and crinkles in the clothing and stuff. Surprising amounts of wrinklage. I mean, look at the leg. You know, that's actually captured more detail than you might think. That's okay miniature. Pretty happy with that one too. Right. Oh. Okay, this gun is not as detailed. I mean, it's got a little bit there, but it's a smaller gun. Maybe it's just the fact that Rick has a massive handgun. The face is pretty good, and I do like the pose. We have a gapy arm issue. This is an issue pretty much across the board with these Walking Dead miniatures. Is that arms and things that need to be stuck on usually don't go together very well, and will require some kind of filler to sort them out. Here's my main man. This is my character of choice for every game ever. I know, he's everybody's favourite character, isn't he? Okay, so let's try and get a bit of focus. The weapon, the crossbow and the quiver of arrows, it doesn't look great. I'll be honest with that. I mean, the details are there. It needs a bit of straightening out with some hot water. There's some details there, but it's a very two-dimensional looking thing. But the hair, I mean, the hair and the face, and again with the wrinkled clothing and things like that, they've got a very realistic sort of style to them. But I think that's okay. Like I said, these are, you know, I deal with Games Workshop miniatures mainly, and Warlord games and stuff like that. So obviously, I realise these aren't super high quality miniatures, but then I didn't pay super high quality miniature prices. but I like them. Actually, the more I look at them, the more I like them. And I would say the miniatures. Is that going to come out on camera nicely? The face. The miniatures in the base game generally seem to be of a higher quality than the miniatures from the expansion I've seen. Not necessarily by loads. I mean, facial features are a bit soft there on Merle, but I would say that's a pretty good capture of his face. Again, like I've said in my other videos, I mean, I can see why people would be unhappy because, you know, Cryptozoic did sort of say like they were going to make super high detailed stuff, and okay, that's T-Dog, and that's just a really nice model. Which has done a good job of capturing his grumpy face. But yeah, I mean, I can see why some people would be unhappy if they were expecting like the absolute best quality. But I think, you know, Shane's gun needs a bit straightening out. That gun it doesn't have a lot of detail on it, but it's definitely better than Herschel's shotgun. And again, it's a nice pose. And I'm not seeing as many joins on these either, as I was in the other one, in the expansions. Here's Ride, Daryl. This is a Kickstarter exclusive piece, because obviously this is the Kickstarter version of the box game. It actually says Kickstarter on it. Kickstarter exclusive on the actual artwork, so whenever this goes to retail, it will look a bit different. His hands are obviously way off, but they've just sort of slapped him on the bike. But you know, Hot Water will sort that out. And again, they've done a really nice job on capturing the face, and the bike's nicely detailed. It's a shame it's up on a peg. You know, I mean, I think it would have been nicer if they could have put it on a different type of base and had the tyres touching the floor, you know. But that's just me. The crossbow on the front actually looks nicer than the crossbow on his other miniature. And yeah, not seeing horrible gapy joints. There's a mould line, which isn't great on his arm, but right, I've been talking for 18 minutes. I'm definitely going to split this video into two. Okay, I've made a decision on the fly. There's a zombie. Brains. Zombie models are zombie models, aren't they? You know, to be obvious. There's a second tray. What else have we got here? We've got... Is that Survivor bloke? Whoa! With this Bill and Ted expression going on. Again, bit of a gap there, but nothing major. So I'm having a bit of trouble focusing this today. I do apologise if this video keeps going blurry, but I'm sort of trying to do it in a hurry because this turned up on my doorstep unexpectedly. I've got other things to be doing, but I really wanted to get a video done. Zombie with an axe in her neck. Chop chop. Right, and what else we got? Yeah, so gun sniffer. That's a very boring miniature, isn't it? But nice face. Yeah, it's just not a very exciting miniature, is it? It doesn't seem like a very realistic pose. One more tray. What's in the bottom of there? We got some more dudes with guns. And look at that. That is, you know, it's decent, decent face. A little bit soft. Obviously, all of these are a little bit soft. There's some detailing has come out on the gun. The sculpting on the trousers is really, really nice. And he's got his little man bag, because in the post-apocalyptic wastelands, everybody's got a man bag, because you never know when you're going to find some beans. So you get a bunch of them, and then we've got gas mask walkers. Right. There we go. It's quite a lot of miniatures. Generally, I'm happy with them. There's a few. Oh look, yeah, plastic character bases to clip on. Yeah, generally happy with those. I mean, they are not the best quality in the world. They're not the worst quality in the world. They are better than, far better than the miniatures that were in Darker Darkest, which is another Kickstarter zombie game. So overall, yeah, I'm okay with that at the moment. It's pretty much what I was expecting. I'm going to leave it there. We're 22 minutes in. I have a habit of talking too much, so I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to have a cup of tea, revitalise my throat, and then I will put together another video looking at my expansions. If you're still with me, thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye everybody. Bye bye.